at telephone numbers 426-6001, locals 4890 or 4892. Once again, Philippine Jesuit Aid Association, telephone numbers 426-6001, locals 4890 or 4892.
Kaibigan, alam mo na ba kung anong dapat gawin upang iwasan at sugpuin ang COVID-19? Iwasang hawakan ng bibig, mata at ilong. Laging maghugas ng kamay gamit ang sabon at tubig sa loob ng 20 segundo. Linisin ang mga bagay na palaging hinahawakan. Kumain ng balanse at masusustansyang pagkain. Matulog ng sapat, huwag magpupuyat. Stay home. Sa wastong pag-iingat, ang virus hindi kakalat. COVID-19, kayang-kaya nating tapusin.
We are now on YouTube. Watch all of our live episodes plus exclusive content in our channel at radyo-katipunan FM. Don't forget to click subscribe and hit the bell to get the latest updates. Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.
Jescom Music Ministry, your daily dose of inspiration. Follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube. We are also on iTunes and Deezer.
Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM.
And there was another drive-by
The
shooting
fire we
today
reported at
downtown.
the fire hall is still burning out.
Do you sometimes feel confused or lost in the complications and complexities of life? Do you feel drained, listless, or exhausted from the daily burdens and responsibilities? Why not seek our campus ministers on air every Tuesday from 2 to 3 in the afternoon? Listen to our counselors from the Loyola School's Campus Ministry Office as they ground our lives in our faith, in our school's spiritual tradition. Campus Ministers on Air. Be guided, be inspired, be blessed. Listen to our Campus Ministers on Air. Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM. We are now on YouTube. Watch all of our live episodes plus exclusive content in our channel at Radyo Katipunan FM. Don't forget to click subscribe and hit the bell to get the latest updates.
Jesuit Music Ministry, your daily dose of inspiration. Follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube. We are also on iTunes and Deezer.
Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle. Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, sa pagbabalitang tumpa at tama. Buhay atin vista sa loob sa labas ng eskwela. Ating ibibida lahat ng eskwela.
Let us understand mental health and explore how we can take care of our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Welcome to your weekly slice of mental health tips and tidbits with Pat and B, here on MindEd.
Sa'yo sumisilong kapag ang puso ko'y pagod.
Everybody, welcome to MindEd, your weekly slice of mental health tips and tidbits. My name is Patrick.
And this is me. I am
Ay,
just a
nako.
letter. I am still a letter and I will always be a letter. Oh, mabash.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Sabaw
Si
lang.
James
Pero,
nagugulat.
oh, nga eh. So, hi.
Hey.
Welcome to MindEd again.
Hmm.
We missed you, B, last week. We had, I don't know. I can't think about it retroactively or retrospectively. Pero I think we had a good episode last.
You did. I was monitoring it online.
Monitoring, not watching.
Yes.
Monitoring.
Monitoring.
Nice. Thank you.
I
Thank you.
was enjoying the show. You did
There.
pretty
Okay.
great. Oo. Thank you for making salo kasi
No, that's okay.
I had a bad episode
Migraine
I think
yata
of
yun.
migraine sobra.
Yeah.
Tapos alam mo ko until the following morning. Tapos kinabahan na ako. Tapos nag-coffee ako. Tapos
Okay.
na ako.
Yun lang pala eh.
Alam
Kape
mo,
lang pala.
it was a weird case of coffee withdrawal. I guess. Kasi
What?
that day,
Why?
hindi
Did
ako
you not
nagkape. I did
Ah,
not. And normally, morning coffee,
yeah.
afternoon
I have
coffee.
sometimes I have those days too. Na parang, ay, kulang lang pala kape. But I get it.
Kape.
Yeah.
Yeah. I intentionally did not drink coffee kasi magdi-detox sana ako ng kape. Para naman, water muna. Ganyan.
Okay.
Yeah, but to
Para
balance, diba?
coffee? Toxic? How dare you? No, I'm kidding.
No, if it's too much,
That's
you're
true,
talking to
yeah.
me, right?
Uh-huh.
So, medyo high
That's
coffee
fair.
talaga.
That's fair.
So, ko, sige, detox ako ng konti. Tapos biglang, sakit na ng ulo ko the entire afternoon.
Yeah.
And, ewan. So, yun.
Okay. No, but that was
sad.
only out of the 2 weeks that we haven't that you haven't been on the show. That was only 1 day. So, kamusta ka? How have you been over the past couple of weeks?
It's a life. I'd say, okay naman.
Mhm.
Diba?
Mhm.
Ganyan siya. So, let's just say na ang haba kasi ng kwento. It's just a very eventful past couple of weeks
Mhm.
in life and internally.
Okay.
So, I think nag-catch up na lahat ng mga events na nangyari prior to itong medyo the calm state na.
Yeah.
So yun, medyo late reaction yung
Mhm.
psyche ko.
Okay.
But yeah, actually, kung iisipin ko, I just remember the feeling but I don't exactly remember kung ano yung mga
What
specifics
happened.
of what
Right.
happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yun, that was me. How about you? Kamusta ka? How have
Wow,
you been?
nice. Thanks for avoiding the question. Pero hindi, joke lang. Okay lang. I think for the most part, last week, tama ba? Last week was kind of the heat of everything with regard to October being Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes.
So apart from the really really huge episode that we had, shout out to the ADHD Society of the Philippines. I had 2 other talks, both the next day after our episode. So the week was spent mostly just really trying to prepare for that. So there were lots of meetings that I needed to catch up on. And then eventually I had the talks and all of that stuff, and this week was kind of chill na lang din with regards to the extracurricular stuff that I had. But that's from an occupational level. Lately I've realized also I've been feeling really really good about my physical health. So unbeknownst to you all, or hindi, actually no, I talked about it I think when I started doing it. I started doing this like workout program with a group of people. And the group has since grown, and I've been on it for about, I don't know, matagal na, 4 months na yata, or 3, yeah, about 4 months now. And I'm reaping the benefits of it now. Parang I feel more comfortable with my body. I don't feel bad anymore when I see myself wearing my clothes. There are parang minimal na lang yung mga bulges around the waist area. So parang nakakatuwa lang tignan din. And I also notice myself getting stronger also, or at least not getting winded or tired when I'm having to chase after Cassie, mga ganyan. So if anything, guys, that's a testimony really to what it's like to commit to something that is good for you. So yun yung life lesson natin today. Actually, hindi, joke lang, wala lang, ma-share lang eh, no? Speaking of life lessons, so I guess if you guys have noticed from the caption, we're doing a life lessons from strangers episode today. And if you guys aren't familiar, so life lessons from strangers is a format that we do every now and again where we get people to call in and share with us a life lesson, a tip maybe, or a life hack that they think is really going to help all of us manage or navigate through life's difficulties much easier. And we pretty much spend most of the time just exploring the backstory behind that lesson. But often, or sometimes, we get those odd guests where they decide, I don't want to be a stranger. I want to make myself known. Shout out to you, Vanya Castor, for starting that trend. Na-name drop kita. Alam ko naman hindi ka manonood, so okay lang. So, Bian, B, tell us about our guest today.
That was okay. It was a long time before I heard you say my complete nickname.
I know, I'm so sorry.
But it's okay. No. Fine. No, for this episode, kasi I think we've had like episodes already na life lessons from our not strangers.
That's right.
Yun nga eh. We really have guests who we invite na talagang magkukwento lang.
Yeah.
And these are like the people na tingin natin na nakakakuha talaga ng inspiration or encouragement.
Yeah.
But for this one, we're gonna switch it up. Now, instead of asking them what their life lesson is, or him rather, life lesson is, babalik ta rin natin. The life lesson will be something creative after.
Right. So backstory muna. Kwentuhan muna.
The backstory muna.
So hindi siya life lessons from strangers. Kwentuhan with a not so stranger. Ganun.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then mamaya may treat later via video. But yeah, the VTR will come later. So without further ado, let's call in from the band Sandiwa. It's frontman and songwriter, Yeoj Rivera.
Hello.
Hi,
Yeoj.
Hi,
Kamusta?
okay.
Oh my God, dati ako.
Ayan. Ako
My
pass lang.
age
Ikaw, Ate B.
reveal.
Okay.
Did I say ate?
Yes, you did.
Anyway, how are you? Kumusta ka?
I'm fine. I'm okay. Totally okay.
Great. Thank you for being here. Ano tawag dito? Si Yeoj kasi katrabaho rin namin from the label and from the music industries. And we recently parang worked together on a video. Later na yan. No more spoilers and whatnot. Pero alam naman siguro ng mga tao, especially the fans, di ba? Ganyan. So, ito nga, kwentuhan muna tayo. But before we get to the kwentuhan, would you like to greet people, your fans, your bandmates? Hi, Miss Thea.
Di ba si Thea?
Share natin. Hi, gusto ka ba?
Hello, guys. Hello guys, ayan, maraming salamat sa support sa Sandiwa Band and also sa Ivory Records. Yan.
Okay, so si Yeoj is member frontman actually of the band Sandiwa. So siguro Yeoj, you can tell us something about your band. Like how did you guys form? Paano kayo nagsimula? Saan kayo nagsimula?
Okay. Well, lima kami sa band. 5 yung miyembro namin. Tapos regarding sa origin namin, kasi tumutugtog kami sa isang youth camp sa Zambales. Hindi pa kami noon magkakakilala masyado, parang binuo lang kami. And then dumating sa point na na yung lead guitarist namin, in-approach ko siya na nagsusulat kasi ako ng song, so dream ko na bumuo ng banda. So, ayun, nung in-approach ko siya, meron din pala siyang kakilalang keyboardist. Yun nga, yung si Sam, yung kasama namin. Tapos, ako naman, yung kasama ko is si Harold, yung drummer namin. Tapos, dun din namin nakilala si Alex. So, dun nabuo yung Sandiwa. Bale, church musician. Tapos
shout out to all of our church musicians. Ako din church musician.
Wow.
So, yeah. Oo, pero solid talaga mga pag sa simbahan or sa community ka yung development of yourself talaga as a musician. So I feel nagva-vibe na agad tayo. I just feel it already. Thank you. Sorry, okay. Yeah.
Sige, go lang.
Ayun, dun din siguro na-improve yung yung skills, yung talent kasi nag-offer kami ng workshop, voice lesson, acting, and then workshop sa mga instruments. So, ayun.
Galing. Anong instruments man tinutugtog mo?
Guitar, keyboard, nag-offer din kami ng drums. Iba-iba eh. Theater, meron din.
Pati theater, saya. Ang galing. Wala. So, did you also, kumbaga parang offer yung mga, kasi you're a songwriter, right? So, pati yun, tinuturo niyo rin siya?
As of the moment, hindi pa. Pero plan.
Okay. So, tama na. So, you parang discovered music because of your community life, your service mo. Kaya discover yung music. Pero before that, like how young were you when you first parang delved into music?
I guess, 4, around 4, mga ganun. Natatandaan ko kasi nung panahon na na natutuwa yung parents ko na kumakanta ako ng Huling El Bimbo. Tapos natutuwa sila. Hindi ko pa na-discover na mayroon akong voice. Parang kinakanta ko lang siya na kamukha mo si Paraluman nung tayo ay bata pa ganun. Hindi ko pa na-discover na may boses pala ako. Then person na maganda yung boses mo, pwede kang kumanta, ganyan. And then yung since maliit pa ako, mga 7 to 8, maliit din yung boses. Nagtry yung ng mga Celine Dion, yung mga ganung yung mga kantahan, mataas pa, di ba? Ganun. Doon ko na-discover yung boses. Pero regarding sa mga pagsali sa contest, wala akong parang wala akong tapang na sumali sa ganun. Kasi sobrang mahihain ako.
Hindi ako sasali sa contest pero bubuo ako ng banda. Yon, statement. What about, ano tawag dito, like growing, kunyari, writing songs naman, nung maliit ka ba, Barry, when you were younger, is it something na parang sinubukan mo lang? Like, paano mo na-discover yung skills or your talents pagdating sa pagsusulat?
Actually, yung pagsusulat, na-discover ko lang siya nung ano na ako, teen, hindi yung ano, like elementary. Elementary siguro nung pinapagawa kami ng liham, mga ganon. Liham na ganito, ganyan. Tapos sobrang ang bulaklak ko kung ano, kung makapagsulat ako sa ano sa letter. Pero yung sa songwriting, ayun, teen ko na-discover yon. Tapos may nagkurso lang din sa akin, kaibigan ko, na magsulat ng kanta. And then, ayan, nadikit kasi ako sa mga ano yun, sa mga band din, sa band vocalist, sa mga nagsusulat ng kanta. So, parang na-impluwensyahan nila ako. Regarding
Alala mo
writing
pa ba
skills.
yung ano, yung first song na pinakauna mong nasulat?
Yes.
Lala.
Mag-iisa. Yun. Mag-iisa yung una kong nasulat. It's not about me. Parang nasulat ko siya kasi mayroon akong kaibigan na iniwan yung parang hindi sila nagkatuluyan. Ganun. So, parang nasaktan ako doon and then sila yung naging inspiration ko para masulat yung song.
Is all of your songwriting like that? Like, pinanggagalingan niya is life experience?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. So, alam mo na siguro kung saan tayo papunta dito. No? So you wrote a song. It's not recent. The video is recent, and we'll get to that again. Pero could you tell us a little bit more about what life experience or kung ano yung kumbaga ano yung mga kwento na pumunta or pumasok at nag-inspire dun sa kanta, if it's okay?
Well, what song? I mean, are you pertaining to a specific song?
Ayun. So, yun nga yung feature natin siguro is the song na Tulong kasi ito yung recently lang that we did. Ganyan. So, we wanted to ask you to share about the song, how it came about.
Okay. Well, it's actually my dream to write a song about mental health. Yeah, about mental health kasi itong Tulong. Kasi sad boy kasi ako eh. Sobrang malungkutin ako. Tapos yung panahon na na handle kami ni Ma'am Thea. As of the moment naman handle kami ni Ma'am Thea. Yung manager namin. Nag-message ako sa kanya na I really wanna write a song about depression, about mental illness. And then natuwa siya. Tapos sabi ko kasi ang gusto ko kapag sinulat ko to, kasama namin si Zerg Glock 9. Since si Zerg Glock 9 kasi is ang target niya is about yung alam mo yun yung relevant na nangyayari talaga sa community, sa country natin. Yung ganun. So ayun, sinabi ko sa kanya kay Ma'am Thea, sa manager namin, na gusto kong sumulat ng song about mental health. And then binigyan niya ako ng timeline ng timeline lang para masulat ko yung chorus. And then sinend ko ayun, nagandahan naman sila. Sinend ko rin sa band. Okay daw yung chorus. Tapos pinakinig ko kay Zerg Glock 9, nagustuhan din, good thing, and then ginawa na ng rap yung entire song.
Okay. Well, sabi mo, and a lot of us kind of joke about it, pero sabi mo kanina na sad boy ka. But usually yung mga karanasan ng mga sad boy or mga sad people, hindi naman siya yung ganun kalalim or yung ganun kalalim na nadadala or napupunta siya sa kanta. So you must have gone through something really, really deep to be inspired to write about something about sadness and about mental health. And I guess it just makes me curious. Ako usually kasi pag nakakarinig ako ng mga kanta na kunwari, ewan ko napanood ng mga tao to, pero yung You Will Be Found sa Dear Evan Hansen movie, yun parang maganda yung hook niya, maganda yung lyrics niya, but sa tingin ko what really gives life to the song is the entire movie, the entire the story behind it. So it makes me curious about your story behind this. Okay lang ba? I-explore
Yeah.
natin ng konti.
But I don't wanna go in, specific. I'll go
Okay.
in general.
Sure,
Like,
sure.
yeah, like other person naman din siguro na na-experience nila yung struggles. Kasi lumaki ako na hiwalay kasi si mama at saka si papa, broken family. So, yung time na yon, hindi ko pa na-feel na malungkot pala na nakulang yung magulang mo na nagsusupport sa iyo. Parang na-realize ko lang noon yung nung teen na ako. Parang nag-longing na ako sa pagmamahal ng parents. Parang doon ako nagkaroon ng struggles. Ayun, tapos kulang sa support, tapos syempre nakaramdam din ako ng broken hearted when it comes to partner, yung mga ganon, naiwan ka. Parang naisip ko yung na-feel ng isang iniwan na tao, parang sobrang sakit pala mag-isa, yung mga ganon. Hindi, ayoko maging specific pero ang sakit sobra kapag feeling mo mag-isa ka lang. Ayun, siguro yun yung pinagdadaanan ko lately. Ayun, yun yung mga nafe-feel ko.
I feel you absolutely. Kasi ako din, parang same background. My parents also were separated. Are separated now. They separated when I was very young. And I've also had siguro marami sa atin yung nakaka-experience ng heartbreak, and I get it. Parang that can feel very isolating. It can get you to be in a really, really dark place. So yeah, but it's nothing to feel ashamed about, honestly.
Yep.
Parang I know you don't want to get into the specifics of it because maybe it's a box of, or it's a can of worms na ayaw mo masyadong siguro bulat-latin dito sa online, 'di ba? Pero everybody, totoo din parang lahat tayo meron tayong struggles, lahat tayo may challenges. And yun, parang if anything to take away from this, it's also nothing to be ashamed about. So yeah, but thank you for opening that up.
Welcome.
Bian, anything?
Iniisip ko rin kasi parang yeah, you're right. Parang balikan ko lang no for you to be able to come up with something or express it through a song at ilabas mo talaga. Number one, takes courage. For you to be able to, alam mo yun, pag ilalabas mo siya, and it's not something na basta sinulat mo lang. Kasi ako, personally, outlet ko rin ng writing But these are not published works. Yung sa'yo talagang, you were able to translate it very well, I might say. And ano tawag dito, kumbaga parang di lang siya basta na-translate, na-produce mo, and it's actually parang out now for like the public to show, to consume and to relate to, parang ganyan. So ano tawag dito, siguro sa akin, like I'm curious how do you, or where did you get that courage na parang I want to share this. I want to share my story, my message.
Yeah, because to be honest kasi, I'm not eloquent when it comes to speaking kasi. And then during that time kasi nahihiya ako regarding sa circumstances ko. And then yun nga, ikaw din outlet mo na yung pagsusulat. Parang yun yung way ko na lang para ma-express kung ano man yung nararamdaman ko, yung inis ko dati sa mundo, yung inis ko dati sa nangyayari sa buhay. Parang yun lang yung naging outlet ko. Regarding sa courage naman, sabi ko nga kanina, yung message ko yung manager namin na gusto ko magsulat about mental health. Sabi ko rin sa kanya noon na gusto ko rin maging advocate about mental health. Gusto ko mag-amplify ng boses, alam mo yun. Kasi nararamdaman ko yung hirap na merong ganito, na na-depress ako. And then I really wanted to help them. Kasi maraming taong nakakaranas diyan, hindi lang talaga sila nagsasalita. So, ayun, regarding courage, Kaya ako sinulat yun para makatulong, para ma-inspire yung mga tao na hindi nila ma-express kung ano man yung nafe-feel nila. Kasi
Good.
nahihiya sila.
And thank you for that. Thank you for that, Yeoj. I mean, it's also our advocacy, like mental health, and really providing a space to be open and to feel comfortable. No, Pat?
Yeah.
Feeling ko ano din naman yun eh. I think that's one of the key things that people have to remember when it comes to mental health is it's not about just pursuing being healthy, but it's also about allowing yourself to be open and accepting of whatever it is that comes when you do experience struggles. A lot of the time kasi, when pag kunwari, may taong nahihirapan or may taong nakakaranas ng, ng depression, for example. They feel a lot of pressure from sometimes from themselves, thinking na parang, ba't ako nalulungkot eh? Ang daming nangyayari sa buhay ko na I should be thankful for. But I always say when it comes to, situations like that, it's opening up to the sadness, because kahit yung lungkot na yun, may sinasabi yun sa iyo eh. May sinasabi sa iyo na may kulang na importante. And the more that you push that away, the more you try to ignore that, or the more na parang hindi mo siya binibigyan ng space, mas lumalaki at lumalaki lang yun. So yeah, really, it's important to be really just open about it. No.
Yeah.
So I have you ever had in a situation like that, or an experience like that, na parang where you had a friend or a loved one who just really didn't want to open up, or baka ikaw din, was there ever a time in your life na napunta ka doon, and it ultimately it just helped to just let it out?
Yeah, there's a lot. May mga kaibigan ako na na-observe na sa akin lang nag-open, pero the rest hindi, nahihiya kasi sila. Like yung best friend ko na na nagtatry din, nagme-message sa akin about suicide, about i-stop na yung life niya, ikat na yung life niya. Yun, marami akong na-encounter. Pero most especially yung close friend ko, yung best friend ko talaga.
Yeah.
Pero until now naman kasi mayroon kaming communication, and then I know na mabuti siya ngayon.
Yeah. That must have been a really, really difficult situation to navigate. Parang not a lot of people, in fact, feeling ko nga more often than not, hindi alam ng tao kung paano maniobrahin siguro yung mga sitwasyon na ganyan, o may nag-open up sa'yo na sinasabi nila na gusto nilang magpakamatay, or gusto nilang bawiin yung buhay nila. So but I think so it's good na nakapag-training ako in suicide intervention, because when I'm faced with situations like that, it gives me a framework to deal with that. But I can't imagine that you had any sort of training like that. So it makes me, I guess, curious. Like, how did you deal with that? That's really, really heavy to be carrying with you. Even if it is your best friend, somebody you care about and somebody you love.
Yeah, maybe because parang na-involved ka sa church and train ka regarding leadership. Parang ikaw yung magiging kuya-kuyahan nila. Ikaw yung magsasabihan nila ng problema nila.
Yeah.
Pero ayun, mabibigyan mo sila ng maayos na advice. Especially galing ko sa Bible, yung mabibigay mong advice. Pero darating din sa punto na na ikaw parang wala kang malapitan, 'di ba? Parang
yeah.
ikaw yung nag-absorb lahat ng struggles nila, yan nga mag-open sa na gusto nila mag-suicide. Pero ikaw din naman meron kang pinagdadaanan.
Pinagdadaanan din.
Yep.
Oo.
Actually, yun guys, sobrang, I can totally relate about, yun nga, yung pag-absorb. Kasi I think yan din yung hindi naman siya sakit talaga. Pero parang, um, kung masabi kapalit eh. Pero sa kabilang banda, di ba, parang nakakagaan ng feeling din na parang, okay, may mga taong nag-share sa'yo, ganyan. And then talagang, mas okay din yung pakiramdam na nakakatulong ka at kumbaga parang napapakinggan mo sila at nabibigyan mo sila ng guidance. Of course, I mean, being a leader, parang it's your pride talaga to guide like your people, especially your friends, ganyan. Pero parang siya sa kabilang banda, hindi mo rin talaga maiiwasan na makaramdam ng pagod. Kasi absorb ka ng absorb eh. Kung ikaw pa yung tao na empath, yung talagang you really dinidibdib mo siya talagang feel mo kasi you really feel for the person, di ba? Or the people na nag-open sa'yo. And for you to be able to, to guide pa. So parang nag-absorb ka, nag-guide ka, nakikinig ka, madaming nangyayari sa'yo. And then, kapag ka-quiet time mo na, dun mo siya mararamdaman, ganyan siya. And then, I just remember like one of the retreats din na napuntahan ko kasi yun din yung parang isa rin yun sa mga, again, not going into details also, pero isa rin yun sa sa mga parang, topics na napag-usapan namin ng SD ko. And parang ang sinabi lang niya is, hindi mo kailangan bawasan yung if I may share, shout out to Sister Bubbles. Hindi mo kailangan bawasan yung space mo para sa iba. Kailangan mo lang dagdagan yung space mo para sa sarili mo. Yun siya. So parang nakatulong siya, oo. Minsan nakalimutan, tigas na ulo ko eh. Nakalimutan. Pero, ayan, okay din siguro, I guess, na I don't know, surround yourself with friends also who can look after you. Shout out to you, Patrick.
Isn't it so convenient that it's actually my job? When it comes to situations like that also, what I want for people to remember, for everybody who's listening, and for you guys also, when sometimes the best thing that you can do ultimately is just to be there, for whomever. I always tell when I give yung mga suicide awareness and suicide intervention na mga workshop, ang parati kong sinasabi sa kanila is there are moments or there are times where you really can't say anything and it's okay. Ba ika nga ni Edwin McCain, you say it best when you say nothing.
Nothing at all.
Kasi ganun talaga eh. Parang there's a lot of the time, because suicide is such a sensitive topic to everybody. Even with me sometimes, and I have to remind myself na no, you do have to talk about it. You can't dance around something as important as this because this is life. And so because it's such a sensitive thing and people don't know how to navigate it, they just try to fill the space. They try to fill. They think that keeping the person busy and keeping the person inundated or occupied with advice and information or words or affirmation, that it's going to solve it. But sometimes all it takes really is space. For it to just for the person to explore what they're feeling, for the person to understand, siguro maintindihan lang na actually, oo nga. Ano ba, itong what I've learned about suicide in my training, in my studies is that suicide often isn't the first solution that the person has thought about. It's for them, it's that's what they think it is. It's a solution to this problem that they can't run away from, that they can't solve, that seems never ending. But the fact of the matter is, when a person is looking towards suicide. It's them wanting a solution, wanting an escape, them wanting to eliminate the problem altogether. And one of the most helpful things that you can do, that anybody can do really, is help them to explore alternatives. Na parang, okay, don't make suicide the focus. Make the problem the focus. Usually ako pag ganyan, or when it's come down to it, I ask about, what is it that you're carrying? Ano yung pinagdadaanan mo? Ano yung what is so big that you can't that you can't seem to find a solution for? And then getting them to understand the problem, to talk about the problem, and then eventually they realize na parang, oh nga no, this is suicide isn't the main problem. It's my solution to the problem. And because I've been able to explore the problem itself, mas naiintindihan ko na meron akong iba't ibang pwedeng solusyon pa that doesn't involve me taking my God-given life ultimately. So again, that's I guess that's the distressing thing also for me as an advocate of mental health, is that that's not something that's very well known. Hindi siya tinuturo sa schools, hindi siya tinuturo ng mga magulang, kasi nobody knows how to deal with it. So, but I mean, for people, I guess, to have an appreciation really of what it is that we're talking about, we'd like to share with everybody the song. So ipa-play lang natin, Yeoj, okay lang. Tapos
Sure.
we'll explore it a little bit more para maintindihan ng mga tao yung context. So here's Tulong by Sandiwa featuring Glock 9.
Tulong, sambit ng iyong mata, abot langit na tawa, dililihim na luksa. Sigaw mo'y saklolo, nalulunod na pala sa maalat na luha na tumatawa ang iba.
Di ko to ginusto, tulungan niyo po ako. Ano ba ang dapat kong gawin? Ako'y nalilito. Bakit ka natatakot? Teka, wala namang multo. Pagbilang ko ng 3 ay nakatago na kayo. Di ko to ginusto, tulungan niyo po ako. Ano ba ang dapat kong gawin? Ako'y nalilito. Bakit ka natatakot? Teka, wala namang multo. Pagbilang ko ng 3 ay nakatago na kayo.
Tulong, tulong, sambit ng iyong mata, abot langit na tawa, nililihim na luksa. Sigaw mo'y saklolo, nalulunod na pala sa maalat na luha na tumatawa ang iba.
Mamang tindero, anong binibenta mo? Masarap na inumin, natikma mo na ba to? Lahat ng hapdi at sakit ay mapapawi nito. Ganun ba itong pera ko? Pabili akong 3. O baka gusto mo ng kwintas, uso to ngayon. Makapal, matibay, mahaba na sa kondisyon. Bagay sa kahit anumang suot, anong desisyon. Sabihan mo lang ako, mahaba ba ang prosesyon? Kasi nais kong mamasyal dun sa maaliwalas. Malakas ang hangin, presko na hindi pa nadanas. Mataas, kita mo lahat para nakatakas. Malalaman natin ang sagot, swerte o malas. Pag nakilala mo na ang iyong utog, sige lang, wag mong isipin ng mabuti. Kasi dito pilitan, kung marami kang problema, sikapin mo maglibang. Kailangan mo ba ng asama, sabay tayo magbilang.
Oh, tulong, tulong, sambit ng iyong mata, abot langit na tawa, nililihim na luksa. Sigaw mo'y saklolo, nalulunod na pala sa maalat na luha na tumatawa ang iba.
Di ko to ginusto, tulungan niyo po ako. Ano ba ang dapat kong gawin? Ako'y nalilito. Bakit ka natatakot? Teka, wala namang multo. Pagbilang ko ng 3 ay nakatago na kayo. Umaapoy ang lalamunan ko, hindi makahinga. suka ng suka ng suka, walang pahinga. Piliting abutin ng mga kamay nila. Laway ko na dating puti, bakit ngayon ay pula? Isuot mo ang kwintas, makapal at makate. Tatangkad halos sabot mo na ngayon ang kisame. May mga latay at pasa sa leeg kagabi. Kung ano man makita mo ay wag mo nang ipagsabi. Di ba ayos dito sa taas, medyo maginaw. Malamig ang simoy at madami kang matatanaw. Wag kang masyadong malikot, konti-konti ang galaw. Sinong gusto lumipad, sa ba ako o ikaw? Pag nakilala mo na ang iyong kutob, sige lang wag mong isipin ng mabuti. Kasi dito pilitan, kung marami kang problema, sikapin mo maglibang. Kailangan mo ba ng kasama, sabay tayong magbilang. Di ko to ginusto, tulungan niyo po ako. Ano ba ang dapat kong gawin, ako'y nalilito? Bakit ka natatakot, teka wala namang multo? Pagbilang ko ng 3 ay nakatago na kayo.
Tulong, tulong.
Di ko to ginusto, tulungan niyo po ako.
Tulong, tulong.
Ano ba ang dapat kong gawin, ako'y nalilito?
Tulong, tulong.
Bakit ka natatakot, teka wala namang multo?
Tulong, tulong.
Pagbilang ko ng 3 ay nakatago na.
Tulong, sambit ng iyong mata. Abot langit na tawang, dililihim na luksa. Sigaw sa mo, nalulunod na bala sa maalat na.
And that was Tulong by Sandiwa featuring Glock 9, penned by Glock 9, and of course our guest for tonight, Yeoj Rivera. Yeoj, grabe. Tumahimik na lang. Biglang may moment of silence. Patrick, I'm actually curious about what you think of the song. Kasi ako, may bias ako, number 1. Number 2, paulit-ulit ko talaga siyang pinakinggan. When we were doing their producing this one, and it was really internalizing it. So,
Yeah.
curious about like, ikaw kasi, if not first or second time mo siyang narinig.
Yeah, burn
Your
second naman.
thoughts?
Pero I think number 1 curious thing, syempre hindi ko maiwasan. Ito yung isipin ko. What was it like writing this together with Glock 9? Ano yung proseso? Parang sabi mo naman na sinulat mo muna yung chorus, yung tulong-tulong sambit ng iyong mata, abot langit na tawa, nilihim na luksa, sigaw ay saklolo, nalulunod na pala sa maalat na luha na tumatawa ang iba. So you submitted that to your producer, sent that to Glock 9, and then ano yun? So dinikit na lang niya yung rap, or nag-uusap pa ba kayo about what the entire message of the song really was?
Parehas. Nag-usap kami, tapos dinikit niya yung rap sa entire song. So yun.
Yeah.
Yeah, sinend lang namin yung chorus. Ginawan ko siya ng basta inedit ko siya. Ginawan ko ng mga effects, pati yung mga anthem, yung gano'n.
Yeah.
Tapos si Sir Glock 9 na lang yung nag-add ng mga
nung pinag-uusapan nyo, ano yung parang yung tema na nag-align kayo talaga of what it was that you wanted to really be able to say with the song?
To describe siguro yung pinagdadaanan ng isang tao.
Mm-hmm.
Describe kung ano man yung nafe-feel niya. Like dun sa chorus ng song, di ko to, chorus, yeah. Tulong sambit ng yung mata.
Mm-hmm.
Sambit ng mata niya pero hindi niya masabi. Abot langit yung tawa niya pero palungkot siya.
Yeah.
Sigaw niya isaklolo, hindi niya mabigkas, di ba? Hindi niya kasi nahihiya siya. Nalulunod na pala sa maalat na luha na tumatawa ang iba. Di ba? Parang yung iba kasi, kaya siguro nilagay ko tumatawa ang iba kasi hindi naman hindi nauunawaan ng iba. Yung iba hindi naman anong tawag dito? Hindi naman educated regarding sa ganun Unlike yun na ikaw talaga nag-workshop ka, di ba? tawa ko.
Mm.
Nag-train ka
Mm-mm.
talaga regarding
Yeah.
suicide prevention.
Yeah. So I think what that I think yung nakuha ko na essence niya talaga is it's describing the experience of a lot of people na their the experience of their psychological challenges, psychological emotional struggles is hidden. Na yun nga parang parating na lang ang pakita nila sa ibang tao is na masaya sila, na naglilibang sila, na nakikitawa sila pero deep down inside they're really struggling. And so I guess in the spirit of or in the heart of this being a life lesson episode, what is it that you want people to do to, I guess, remove, kasi of course this is 'di ba sabi ni Glock na yun, 'di ba, hindi ko to ginusto, tulungan
Tulungan
niyo
niyo
po
po.
ako. Ultimately for people to I guess shift away from this experience because it's an undesirable and unpleasant experience. What's yun nga, kumbaga, what's the lesson here, you think, that people, if there's anything that you want people to take away from after listening to this song, what is it that they should do?
Siguro yung dapat hindi sila mahiya kung ano man yung pinagdaraanan nila.
Yep.
Maging open sila pagdating sa ganitong usapin, especially sa mga nadidepress. Dapat maging open sila, especially sa kaibigan or sa pamilya, di ba? Because to be honest, meron akong PDD, persistent depressive disorder.
Dysthymia. Okay.
Yes, dysthymia. And sa ngayon naggagamot ako. Sa ngayon araw-araw nagte-take ako ng antidepressant and then talk therapy at least twice a month. Ayan. And siguro yung lesson na natutunan ko is maging open sa family ko, kay mama. Ayan.
Yeah.
Kung hindi ko ginawa na maging open, siguro mag-i-stay ako na may sakit, na malungkot, na gano'n, and then darating sa punto na sa pagiging impulsive ko, darating sa punto na na maitutuloy ko yung suicide. Ayan.
Thank you. That must not have been easy for you to share with us. Napansin ko, by the way, I'm a therapist. So the workshops, side hustle lang yan. Pero napansin ko kasi kanina parang you were really feeling a little shy about opening up about that. But for you to be able to really share with us tonight that you've been diagnosed with dysthymia or persistent depressive disorder, that you've been undergoing therapy, that you've been taking antidepressants or medication. That's a huge thing because it's true to form eh. Yun yung message ng song is to be open and to ask for help. And ako, syempre, alam naman natin lahat din si Bian. We're all huge advocates of not just medication, of course, because that's only one part of it, but really going through talk therapy, because it's through the talk therapy that you really discover a lot about yourself and your experience, and you learn different ways to cope with it. I mean, the medication is good because it kind of opens you up and gives you a little bit more access to your feelings, but it's the talk therapy that gets you to really intentionally go into yourself and parang ask yourself talaga na parang, ba't nga ba ako hindi okay? And what can I do about it? Or what can I take away from it? And so, again, thank you for opening up about that. That's really, really huge. Nawala yung video. Nawala siya ultimately. Babalik din yan. But B, thoughts?
Yeah, actually, I was just listening to you. This is more your like expertise. But yeah, I mean, yun nga, sa akin kasi going back to the song, diba, parang a lot of us really are in that state of being in this generation's term is pastrong.
Mm.
Right?
Mm.
Yun yan, iba, yan. Abot langit ang tawa nililihim na luksa. So yun eh, parang you put up a front, and there's really nothing wrong with that. Kasi like me personally, I want to really show people, especially the people that I love, that I'm strong, because I don't want them to worry, and I don't want them to, ano yung tawag dito? Kumbaga parang worry, kasi pa ako, worry pa ako, yan. Kaya ganun eh. Pero, I mean, parang a lot of us really have those, how would I call this? There's this short story about it, the black dog. I'm sure you've encountered it, diba?
Yes, of
There's
course.
this black dog that follows you around. And it's about I think it's about not being afraid of that black dog, but rather you embrace the black dog,
or accept
it, and befriend it, even maybe, and from there, dun mo rin kasi parang matutulungan yung sarili mo. Pero bago mo matulungan yung sarili mo, it's really also more maintindihan at mapakinggan mo yung sarili mo. And for you to accept it, number one, is a huge deal already. So for those, I mean, it's a shout out siguro sa mga taong yun din yung nararamdaman.
Yeah.
And if you're able to accept it, then yun, hug yourself. Love yourself. Kung hindi pa, take your time.
Yeah.
Like help is around.
Yeah.
And I guess I mean it also helps na you have the quiet times also to listen to yourself.
Yeah.
And hear what you have to say.
Yeah. Yeoj, I ako personally and professionally as a mental health advocate, as a psychologist and a psychotherapist, I want to thank you for writing this song, because ultimately this is what a lot of people need to know, 'di ba? Na hindi sila nag-iisa. Na yung pinagdadaanan nila, yung mga kahirapan na nararanasan nila emotionally. Hindi lang sila yung and that's not because you know, this is us invalidating na, you know, that your sadness is not unique. Of course it's unique. Everybody's experience of sadness is always unique to them. But just because your journey is your own and is unique doesn't mean that you have to go through it by yourself. And so I think ultimately, and that's why I want to thank you, is because it's also you showing people, and you know, tonight as you've opened up, it's you also, you know, telling people really that the fight is theirs, but it doesn't have to be that they don't have to hoard it to themselves. Hindi lang sa kanila lang. You can always share it with other people, with your friends, with your family, with your community, with a therapist. Guys, I mean, honestly, ilang beses namin sinabi sa show to, but if you need help, if you need professional help, there's no shame in that. Absolutely. And as Yeoj has, you know, just illustrated for us tonight, you know, to even say it out loud is a big thing, because a lot of people don't feel confident enough or brave enough to actually say it. And ultimately, there's nothing wrong with it. I've been in therapy. I've had to go through my own process too, but you know, as part of my training. But ultimately, it was super helpful, even if there was nothing, you know, that was diagnosable with me. And that's also something I want. I guess we're capping off, I guess, yung mental health awareness month na din with this message na, you know, you don't have to have any diagnosable illness or diagnosable disorder for you to seek help. Everybody needs help. If you were meant to journey through life alone, God wouldn't have made other people, right? Or at least wouldn't have let you be born into an environment where you have other people around you. Diba? Ultimo, pag panganak mo pa lang, di ka mag-isa eh. Nandun yung nanay mo eh. Tsaka mga doktor. And Basta, okay. I'm
Dami
belaboring the point, Anything you want to say about that, Yeoj B? About not being alone, about asking for help.
Yeoj, you want to?
Ayan. Paulit-ulit naman natin sinasabi. Huwag mahiyang magtanong kung may right med. Hindi. Huwag mahiyang
Uy, nag-name drop siya ng brand. Oh no.
So, yun na.
Sige lang.
Basta,
magpapasponsor na din tayo.
Papasponsor. Huwag kayong mahiya magsabi. Though, di ba yung family natin hindi naman knowledgeable regarding dyan.
Right.
Pero paano din sila matututo? Paano nila magre-research kung kayo ay nahihiya na magsabi, 'di ba? Magsabi lang and then mawawala din yung stigma ng mental health sa atin. Kasi sa Pilipinas hindi natin masyado binibigyan ng pansin kasi nga
that's true.
Mahal, 'di ba? Mahal magpa-therapy, hindi afford natin, mas uunahin natin yung necessity, yung mga ganung bagay. Pero syempre, ayun, wag mahiya.
Yeah. Bian?
Yes, I'm still alive.
Yeah, you're still a letter.
I'm still a letter. I guess, I just want to echo lang din siguro what you guys, parang yung mentioned kanina that really help is around. Therapy is also very helpful. Kasi hindi rin naman tinatago natin dito sa show, di ba? We've been very vocal about it. And I'm also on therapy. Kaya, guys, pala. On air pala tayo. No. I mean, we advocate for this one.
Right.
And, it really, kumbaga health. Kumbaga, hindi mo kailangan ng something na sobrang may pinagdadaanan kang mabigat for you to have a reason to go into therapy.
Yeah.
It's just really one of the ways to, kumbaga parang, necessity is also important. Pero ito rin kasi yung, I think, ways on how you take care of yourself.
Yep.
Right? So, ganun siya.
Exactly.
Before siguro we ask Yeoj to yung mga parang parting words na talaga. Patrick, can you like siguro give maybe some tips if you can, siguro to either to those who are, kasi we've talked about this kapag meron tayong mga suicide prevention episodes, right? Diba? So, tips if, there are people in the audience who are going through the same thing and yun.
Okay, I'm typing down in the comments right now a link so that if there are people who need resources, free ones at that, free resources for any psychological or psycho-emotional intervention, they can visit this link. Ayan, so it's bit.ly/buhay support. Ayan, nag-share, nag-post na siya. So that's a list of resources that you can access for free. So those are clinics, those are hotlines that you can call. Again, reiterate ko lang for free if you need immediate or urgent care. And in terms of, there's help everywhere. I think it therapy and psychological interventions, they're not as inaccessible as they used to be. Dahil sa pandemya, lahat kaming mga therapist, lahat kaming mga counselor, mga psychologista, napilitan na kami mag-online. So, online na kaming lahat. There are also apps. I mean, guys, there's really no excuse anymore to not seek out help if you need it. There are free ones, there are paid ones. It's accessible. So there is help and you are not alone. Sige, sa ating lahat, because I guess hindi tayo nakapag-trigger warning. Oops. Pero because we talked about a really, really sensitive topic tonight, I want to, I guess, ask everybody. So even in the comments, lahat ng nakikinig ngayon, gusto kong i-type nyo sa comments. Tayo din, sasagot tayong tatlo. Just give us two things. Two examples lang. Or two things in your life. Hello? Nawala ako.
No, you're here.
Okay. 2 things in your life that you still are either looking forward to or want to live for. So again, 2 things. One, either you're excited or looking forward to or are still living for. So ako unang sasagot. So I'm excited to see my daughter grow and become a functional, decent human being. That's one. 2, pa ba? Shucks. I was so focused on the one. 2, another thing that I'm living for, of course, is to see our country become better. And ultimately, that's through voting. If you know what I mean. Sige, Yeoj or B, 2 things. Kayo, share
Ako
kayo.
muna siguro para last si
Sige.
George. Okay, sige. For me, I'm looking forward to siguro further growth of my work life, my career, but not really the career lang. It's really the career of helping people. Like, makakilala pa ng ibang tao na matutulungan at makakatulong din sa akin. And then, di naman patik, nahawa rin ako sa'yo, yung 2 na nawala rin ako sa 2. Okay, I guess the second is, okay, maybe to see a world where people are more open, hindi lang para sa ibang tao, kung hindi para rin sa sarili nila.
Amen.
So that's my dream. Because that's also our advocacy. Strong advocacy. Okay, that's me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeoj?
Ready?
Ako to write marami pang songs na masulat na alam ko mag-i-inspire sa mga tao. Tapos pangalawa, masayang pamilya. Yun lang.
Okay. Ayun, sorry, nakatayo. Yun, okay.
Any
Thank you again,
parting
George.
words, final message for us? Is there any, apart from, of course, yung plug ng Sandiwa, any parting message for all of our viewers and future listeners as we transition also into the podcast format?
Ayan. Thank you so much guys sa pakikinig, and for sure marami kayong natutunan ngayong gabi. And then ayun nga, sabi nga natin kanina, kung kailangan nyo ng tulong, huwag mahiyang humingi. Just say tulong. Ayun. Tapos sa mga support ng Sandiwa, maraming salamat din po. And syempre, radyo-katipunan, salamat.
Salamat, George. Baka you want to plug the song also and yung social media ninyo?
Sure. Ayan. Sandiwa, meron din po kaming social media. Ayan, fan page, sandiwa.ph lang po, dyan sa FB natin. Meron din kaming Instagram at sandiwa.ph, and also YouTube official at Sandiwa official din po. Tapos, yung latest release po na song natin is Awit sa Salamin. It's under Ivory Records. And kasama po natin dyan ang Asintada, na which is yung management po natin along with Zerg Laknain and Shantido.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. This is MindEd, your weekly slice of mental health tips and tidbits, capping off the Mental Health Awareness Month. Hopefully, you guys have gotten something from the episodes that we've had. Oh, lahat ng weeks yata tayo meron. Nice. Or, tama ba?
Oh, 4.
4. Oh, sakto. Nice. Oh. So, my name is Pat.
And this is B. See you next week.
Next week, yes. Okay.
And happy long weekend, everyone.
Happy long weekend.
Thank you again,
Thanks,
George.
Thank you,
guys. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, James. Thank you, Miss Thea.
Let us understand mental health and explore how we can take care of our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Welcome to your weekly slice of mental health tips and tidbits with Pat and B, here on MindEd.
Sa'yo sumisilong kapag ang puso ko'y pagod.
Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan.